We start our show with breaking news. According to our Shams Charania, the New York Knicks, they have fired head coach Tom Thibodeau. Now, Thibs, he helped the Knicks to reach their first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years. He made the playoffs in 4 of his 5 years, and he led the team to consecutive 50-win seasons for the first time since the 1990s. Here alongside Andrea Carter, Shanae Agumake. Shams is going to be joining us in just a moment, but this is so fresh. He was just on SportsCenter talking about this, so it's going to take him a minute to dial into our show. Shanae, we were talking about this just before we came on air. I'm a little bit surprised that the New York Knicks made this move. Are you?
I am not so surprised because there is so much pressure now in New York now that we've seen what their potential is getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I also do feel for Coach Thibodeau because he tried.
I got to call it like it is. You have Jalen Brunson, who is dribbling the oxygen out of the damn basketball on the floor. The Knicks are getting their offense set 16 to go on the damn shot clock. No one else is getting involved. Carl Anthony Towns ain't really touching the ball in the first quarter. But it's Thibs' fault. I just can't. I can't
But
ride
someone
with
always
that, y'all.
falls on the sword, and it's unfortunate we know this. It tends to be coaches.
Our Bobby Marks just.
I don't really get to stand up for myself. I mean, I have great teammates. I have a great support system. I got my hometown. I got my family that stands up for me.
When the news breaks, the women's basketball community is in disbelief. Fans are left dumbfounded as they wonder what could have led to the WNBA's unexpected revelation that one of the most dynamic.
We continue to react to the breaking news. The New York Knicks have fired head coach Tom Thibodeau after leading New York to one of their most successful seasons, their first East Finals in 25 years. Remember, Thibs led this team to the playoffs in 4 of the 5 years that he coached. He led the Knicks to consecutive 50 or more win seasons for the first time since the 90s. And now we welcome in our Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A., there's a lot of folks on our set today who are pretty surprised and pretty upset, frankly, about this firing. What say you?
They should feel that way. I'm upset about it, too. I don't think this was fair to Tom Thibodeau at all. And I'm somebody that has been very critical of him in terms of his lack of use of his bench, not really prepping guys to really be able to contribute come playoff time, not going deep enough. As Kenny Smith articulated during the NBA playoffs, which I thought was the line of the year, Thibs would have a hard time playing 9 dudes in a baseball game. That's who he is. But nevertheless, they won 51 games. They got to the Eastern Conference Finals. They improved in the playoffs all 4 years, the last 4 years or so. He has done an incredible job. And when you look at it from the standpoint of him being gone, it's like a scapegoat mentality. I think this is incredibly bad because guess what? You traded 5 picks to get Mikal Bridges. That wasn't on Tom Thibodeau. That was on Leon Rose. That's the name that we need to be talking about right now when a move like this is made. You traded 5 picks, 4 unprotected for Mikal Bridges. You traded Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, along with an additional first-round pick for Karl Anthony Towns. So that's 6 picks right there you gave away. At least 4 unprotected, arguably 5. And I'm looking at it from that standpoint, and we're talking about Tom Thibodeau today being without a job. I think that's unfair. I really, he does not deserve to be fired. This was a bad move as far as I'm concerned by the New York Knicks, especially since you don't have somebody like Ty Lue or Eric Spoelstra out there waiting for you.
Right.
I don't like it at all.
Well, that's what we were sort of talking about. And speaking of Leon Rose, in the Knicks announcement, Leon Rose made a statement, Stephen A., and in it he says, our organization is singularly focused on winning a championship for our fans. I'm curious if you think they're a step closer by doing this, by making this move.
No, they're not a step closer. And to be quite honest with you, I think we all as New Yorkers should find Leon Rose's statement offensive. Get the hell in front of a microphone and a camera and answer questions. Stop being a coward. Because that's how he's acting. I'm not calling him that as a man or as a person. I'm saying that's how he's been acting as president of the New York Knicks when it comes to communicating with the media and articulating the decisions that you make and why they are being made. This is the problem with the arrogance of the New York Knicks, okay? They deserve credit for what they've achieved. I applaud them for elevating us from basketball purgatory into relevance. I truly, truly believe that. But in the same breath, when you make the potpourri of decisions that you have made, could you have the decency to stand before the media and answer the questions? Stand before the growing public and answer the question. That statement is as weak as it gets. It emanates from a James Dolan-run organization who doesn't want to communicate with the media himself, who never wants to answer any questions, and they get away with it because they don't have to answer to anybody because they know that Knicks fans are still going to show up at Madison Square Garden, patronizing their product and their brand, and doing everything that they can to make sure that they support the team. The New York Knicks as an organization know that that's coming. They know that you're going to support the Knicks no matter what Leon Rose does, no matter what James Dolan does, and that's why they get away with acting the way that they're acting. Leon Rose has done a damn good job. Nobody can deny that. But it hasn't been a flawless situation. There are moves that could have been made that could have better positioned the New York Knicks to be in a championship situation, the one that they're craving for now. But it hasn't happened. And then you're going to issue some weak-ass statement like we really, really care? I don't care about that damn statement. I want to see Leon Rose stand before the camera and justify firing a man that just took you within 2 games of a berth to the NBA Finals right after you decided to trade 5 picks for a guy that never even made an All-Star. I love McKay.
I don't understand how they putting all of that on him. I agree with every fucking thing Stephen A is saying, bro. Everything Stephen A is saying, I agree with.
Bridges. I love the fact that he's a member of the team. But the fact of the matter is that he had an up and down year. And when you look at a Luka Doncic being acquired for Anthony Davis at just 1 pick, when you look at some other moves that have been made and it didn't require those level of assets departing, and you give up 5 first-round picks, including 4 unprotected for Mikal Bridges, and that vastly contributes to compromising the vision and the aspirations that you have, stand before the media and answer them damn questions. But we can't expect Leon Rose to do that because since James Dolan has arrived, that's not something that he likes, and Leon Rose seems to fit right in. A matter of fact, one could legitimately argue that his willingness to avoid the media to answer these questions is is just as much of a big reason as to why he got the job as it is the job that he actually did, which has been a pretty damn good job.
And without those explicit answers, Stephen A., that you're calling for, the only way that I'm making sense of this in my own head, and I'm wondering what you think of this, is that the Eastern Conference, people are looking around and saying, if the Pacers can do it, then we can too. And the New York Knicks felt like we were this close. So maybe if we make a little change, because we can't change our starting lineup that much, because we have so much invested in all of these players. That's the way that I'm making sense of this. What about you?
I would hope that one of the other reasons this change is being made is because you got a superstar like Giannis Antetokounmpo that wants to come to New York, and he would have desired changes, and he might have articulated that. That's just wishful fantasy kind of thinking on my part. I have no evidence of that whatsoever. I'm just throwing that in the mix to coincide or piggyback off of what you just articulated. Of course, with the start lineup being what it is, there's very little movement that you can do. OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, all of these guys, Jalen Brunson, what he's getting paid. Mikal Bridges, you brought him here. We get that. Mitchell Robinson, obviously, we get that part too. But in the end, if you're stuck, it's because Leon Rose decided to give up all of those assets. And maybe that's a good enough reason for you to go in a different direction from Tom Thibodeau, because we need a different kind of coach, a coach with a different style. Maybe the players articulated that, you know what? We want to hear a new voice as well because we're tired of playing for Thibs. We don't know definitively whether or not that was the case, but I can tell you in my experience covering the NBA, that's definitely plausible. Still in all, Leon Rose needs to stand before the media and answer them damn questions for the public because the public has a right to know.
Yes, the fuck he do, because it's his fucking fault. He's the one that made them trades, man. He made them trades to make the team better, this, that, and the third, yada, yada, whatever. But he needs to fucking answer because y'all done fucking fired a good coach. Thibodeau's not a bad coach at all. He's a good coach. Y'all had back-to-back fucking 51 seasons. Last time y'all did that was the early 90s. I don't get it, man. I don't get it, dog. He got y'all past the semifinals. Y'all went to the semifinals 2 years in a row. Then he got y'all past the semifinals to the Eastern Conference Final. What the fuck make you think he wasn't going to make your team even better if he's been progressing your team 5 years he been here? 4 out of them 5 years he made the playoffs. 2 out of them 5 years in a row, he helped y'all get 50 or more wins. Y'all make trades and shit and expect him to just be a fucking Houdini in the middle of the season. Nah. Y'all got to give him time to get chemistry. Y'all got to get players time to get chemistry and all of that shit together, dog.
Whoa, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn.
Breaking news has just come down. We're going to talk about it in just a moment.
They ain't even land in New York yet.
Didn't land. Told them
God damn.
live commercial. So we got to get right down to business, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news coming out of the Big Apple. Knicks have fired Tom Thibodeau after 5 seasons with the team. Thibs led the Knicks to their first Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years, made playoffs in 4 of his 5 years at the helm, led the Knicks to consecutive 50-win seasons for the first time since the 90s, had a playoff record of 24-23 in his time with the Knicks. Sadly, season came to an end in Indianapolis, Game 6.
Damn.
They said, Thibs, get to step. And we talked about it yesterday on the show. Mr. B was adamant that the Knicks should tell Thibs to move around. They do watch the show, so they followed his advice. Thibs fired by the Knicks. What do y'all think about the Knicks relieving Tom Thibodeau of his services?
Real Thibs.
Not surprised. That's what being stubborn gets you,
Yeah, stubborn.
right? No, you got it.
Damn. In 25 years,
That
though?
coach.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like,
Don't
damn,
matter.
Who works?
No, you got a coach that one.
We're not surprised because obviously the narrative, he's not trusting his team, which a good coach in the NBA, right?
That's really how
You have to, you were saying it,
Yeah.
you have to build confidence in that 10th, 9th, 8th player so you can use him in the in the playoffs,
When
right?
you need him.
So the fact that you did run 8 to 7 strong all season, even if you tried to use them, they didn't build no confidence all year long, right? So
No, because Larry Shannon came out that motherfucker playing like, I'm going to show you, motherfucker. He shot that bitch every time he touched it.
He did mess
and he
up.
could have used them during the regular season.
Yeah.
Like, during early in the playoffs, he could have used it. Games wouldn't have been as tough,
Yeah.
certain games, right? When you running them boys into the ground, man, you could have used them dudes in the first round. You wouldn't have to go 7 games, shit like that.
Yeah.
So you got them dudes sitting upstairs, man, like, hey.
But did they not know? I'm saying they knew that when they hired him. They've known this has been.
But you expect something different now at this point, right? You make it to this point, you got to do something different. So they expect something different.
But expecting something different out of Thibs.
So that's what I mean, being stubborn. That's what
It's like him and Stan Van Gundy's kind of like the same. They bullheaded on on their vision.
Man, fuck that noise, dog. I think they should have gave his ass another year or two, and I'm gonna keep saying it. Fuck it. I know I said I wasn't gonna say it again, but I'm gonna keep fucking saying it.
It just makes it hard to be a coach, though.
Why?
Because you do break history, right? You do break history, right? You did something no coach has done in the last 25 years. So as fucked up as people say what you did, I did do something that no other coach has done in the last 25 years.
For that organization.
For this organization.
But you got other guys that won championships in other places that got the boot as well.
I know.
Right?
But that's what I'm saying. It's like
motherfucking Frank Vogel. You got other coaches that's won championships that's been on a shorter leash than him. He has 5 years, dude. The other dudes had 2 years. 3
But that's what I said. This adds to the coaching legacy of being fired. It's like you're firing success. And coaches that are just doing what? Listening to you, playing the game.
He did it to Mike Woodson.
Right? I mean, like, how do I, like, how do you keep your job? There's no, like, right now it's saying the more successful you are, you're easier to get cut versus
we saw that
someone who plays middle in the road.
No, something who we building. If you're out losing consecutive years, you got a better chance of getting re-signed.
Yeah.
If your team is trending up, you got a better chance of getting an extension than you.
And New York was trending up.
you winning consecutive years in the playoffs and not winning the championship. Like that's the nature of it in this NBA for whatever reason.
And it seems like the Knicks went all in this season.
They feel like they
re-signing
feel
Jalen
like
Brunson, giving OG Anunoby the bag, blockbuster trades for Mikal Bridges, Karl Anthony Towns. And we talked about, we had Mero on the show last week, longtime Knicks fan. Yes, improvement. They wouldn't be disappointed if they didn't win the Eastern Conference Finals, but that roster also improved from the roster last season that got booted in the second round by the Pacers.
Well, we wouldn't know because they didn't use them, so.
Think about it, bro. You just said it. The team, they got bounced in the semifinals last year. They upgraded their team. Their team got better. And then this year, they make it all the way to the ECF. To me, that's trending upward. So once again, why the fuck would y'all fire him?
All right. Yeah, it's just and for New York, they feel like they should be in the finals right now.
Okay.
That's what it is. And you hear them.
No, okay. Should in reality is should. Like you should after this. Yeah. Like you felt you was this close. You beat Ball for being in the championship.
Think about
but then there's reality, right? Reality is okay. The mega teams did get hurt, but this was our time. So there was any time
that's what I'm saying.
to get to the chip. This was it,
yep.
right? And
I said that earlier. If any year was the year for them to get it, this was just like us in 2019 when Kawhi made that dumbass fucking shot. That was our best year of going to and probably winning the final.
And we were this close and we probably fucked that off. I get that understanding that, this might not come around again and we should have been better prepared to capitalize. Okay.
That's what it is.
You beat Boston twice in Boston. You're on the verge of going up 3-1 even before Tatum's injury late in the fourth quarter of game 4 of that series.
Yes.
But you think, all right, taking on the Pacers.
I think the reality of being in the championship was set. Once they beat Boston, it was stone, nigga. We there, right? We getting our tickets in OKC. We doing all of that. I think that's why he got fired. Because nigga, we already done spent some old parades and who we was gonna hire, and you just didn't make it, and you're kind of blaming.
And it's New York.
If I'm the new coach, I don't know if this is a.
Let's see what
am I supposed to do?
Let's see what offense they're running. Like it's.
Yeah. He don't have offense.
You gotta adapt. Yeah,
so the thing is, like y'all were saying, like just about Karl Anthony Towns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And other people have said, like you are big that likes to score.
Mm-hmm.
You have certain advantages offensively, shoot the ball well, things like that. But is he a post player? Can you throw the ball to him if you need a bucket? Like this. So those are those questions, right? If you can, then Thibs and use him correctly.
Yeah.
Right. If you think that he is that, when you need a bucket, you throw the ball down there. There was none of that. There was no adjustments. It was the same thing.
That's why I said, like, he played his starters for fucking 45 out of the 48 minutes. That shit, I'm exaggerating, but they played damn near 40 minutes.
That's true.
It's hard to win, man. It's hard to be successful consistently when Jalen Brunson is a hell of a basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Take nothing off his plate. He's a hell of a basketball player. He can't average 30, dog. He can't. Like, it's not making anything or anybody around him better, man. Like
it's how he averages 30.
It's a lot of dribbling, a lot of ball domination when the ball needs to be moving. Like I said, in the first 3 quarters, man, the ball needs to be popping.
He like shit.
And if it's not, he's so ball dominant, man. The other dude's not in rhythm, so every shot is pressure on when they get it, because they just don't know if it's gonna come back, man. And it was consistently that. And then when once teams figured that out, like, okay, we're gonna play him this way, then what did Thibs do? Right?
Nothing.
So, question for the couch: would you have fired Thibs?
Yes.
If you were in that same situation with the Knicks?
No.
I would.
I thought it was a wrap.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I knew it was.
We said before Game 5, if Thibs coaching for his job, the couch agreed that it was such. They stretch it to 6, get that first home win in Madison Square Garden.
I'm 50-50, man.
That's
like I understand it. I understand the firing. But I'll be up there arguing if I'm Tibbs. Like, these niggas are stupid. Like, I'll be saying, hey, they stupid. Look at this play. And I just be running down plays on how stupid some of these guys are. I had a motherfucker post up. I only seen one player do this, and I was like, oh, shit. Okay, you're not smart. This is the baseline. Right? Post up like this, right? This nigga dribbling like this. And then wonder why the ball got stolen. Nigga, the defense is this way. They dig in this way. Like, what? Who taught you, like, because you want to go to your right hand, then get the fuck on the other side.
Yes.
Like, I never seen no shit on the left side, dribbling towards the baseline, thinking he about to spin back right. What educated guard is going to allow you?
Try to set his spin up, nigga. Fuck what you talking about. Shit.
Right, he was waiting to get
damn, the defense might know what I'm about to think. They thinking the same thing. He trying to set this spin up.
Trying to set this spin. Every guard gonna dig, and if you don't dig and he get that spin off, nigga, the guard gets subbed out. You stupid motherfucker. He can't even see you. Like, when I seen that, I was just sitting there like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, no.
But
he's old school though.
Yeah,
old school right now.
He might be. Listen,
shit. Think about it.
He don't have an offense, right? He's a defensive coach that broke down defensively, right? Lot of movements, right? You got to do a lot of individual work. Fuck your team practice shits, because if you're doing team practice for an hour and a half, right? And y'all out here running regular offense, and then you go in a game and Brunson is the offense now, that means you're wasting an hour and a half of development if this is how y'all play the game. Mm-hmm. So if this is how you play the game, fuck team practice, right? Because all it is just give the shit to Brunson, let Brunson do his job, right? That's what y'all play like. So, OG, we're going to work on your feet, how to move in traffic. Cat, we're going to work on your post-ups and getting in shape. Because I watched YouTube clips of a young Towns. Oh, that nigga was good.
What?
Oh, that nigga was fast. Oh, yeah, he was out there moving.
What? Probably the best big.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, baby?
Mama wants you.
I don't get no hug or nothing, huh? What's up, baby? You the only one here?
No, Ava's too.
Well, all right. Give me a hug. Tell Ava she a nut. She could have come say hello.
And what you are now is not even true. Your young self will whoop he will run circles around the new you, right? You might have to drop 15, 20 to be back in movement how you was moving before.
Like I always say, you get too comfortable shooting too many threes.
And that's like he was posting up, getting in there, doing dunks. I'm like, hey man, drop some weight. You might need to be on the Luka thing right now. Drop weight down, get back to a little bit faster.
But I can't believe you said you 50-50 after you fired Thibs after one practice. That's crazy. Remember, he came to Wizards and he was our coach for one day. He put all of us through the practice. He said, man, get this motherfucker out of here. I can't do this shit. I'm not dealing with this shit. See, this motherfucker.
That was the old
me. No, you done changed.
That was the old me. I said, no. Listen.
Remember, he came in that
No,
day?
I remember. No, listen, I know. And I wasn't even playing. But
he conducted practice?
Yeah, he conducted the practice.
Yeah, you weren't even practicing.
No.
He was watching.
He was just
watching. It's structured. It didn't look good to me. Like, you know how you just sitting there watching the practice and like, all right, okay, start off, they warmed, 5-on-0. Okay, 5 on 5. 5-on-0.
Yeah, that's when he went to Boston.
5-on-0, then back to 5-on-5, then back to 5-on-0.
He went right back
then
to
talking for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Now you want to go live. Oh, these niggas about to get hurt. Hey. He's out, man. This nigga retarded. Get him on out of here, man. This ain't
mentally challenged.
Was he was just visiting, or he was like?
We were thinking about hiring.
We was thinking about hiring.
It was out of him, so he came in and did the practice.
So a bunch of.
So who they fired?
We fired Eddie Jordan. Was it?
It was
Flip.
Flip Saunders.
Yeah, so they fired Flip.
No, they fired Eddie Jordan.
It was Eddie Jordan. Then they had like Tapscott. Thibs came in. Yeah.
So they was giving dudes test runs to run the practice to see if they was gonna hire him. That's the wildest shit I've ever heard.
Because he was an assistant coach then, right?
Yeah.
They needed
Wildest
to
shit
know.
I've ever heard. He was y'all assistant coach?
No, he was
somewhere
else. Yeah.
Oh, that shit's crazy.
So we have a comment from Yo Mike Lowe in our chat that we feel is pertinent for this particular discussion. He said, "Cat got Thibs fired twice in 6 years." Laughing emoji, and then repeated that 2 more times.
Wow. Believing in Thibs.
Yo Mike Lowe, we don't encourage spamming the chat, but sometimes we do.
Now, New York do have to be careful here because
he did. I forgot about that fucking stint in Minnesota. Fuck. That's crazy.
The coach you bring in, if it's an offensive coach, that offense is going to change. That offense is going to change. Your star player abilities is going to change. So unless you're going to hire Big Brunson and y'all can run the same offense or get a little bit better, you bring in any other coach, they're going to run offense. That means Brunson going to get off the ball and move somewhere else. He gonna have to move somewhere else. He gonna have to get off that motherfucker, and that might fuck Brunson, and he might be mad.
If Rick Brunson takes over, this is again just speculation and talking.
Oh, then I'm good.
But how is the rest of the team gonna feel about this?
Oh, I think they cool.
Hell no.
No, I think they probably might. They probably
already shoot the ball.
No,
he already shoot the ball every time now.
And I think the players is cool with that. It just seems like they all cool with that, right?
Then he go get.
I think it's the other shit that Tiz probably was fucking with them with, and I think Pops might be a little bit better for the rest of the team because he do hold young fella accountable.
He do.
He owns them accountable. You'll see a check the fuck out of him.
He know Hart and Bridges.
Like, get your motherfucking ass over here, man. Talking to the guy. Sit down.
Yeah, no, you need that sometimes.
My daddy said, "Run this play for me." But we asked the chat.
Show you bring Mike Malone in there, bitch. It's definitely going.
So we asked the chat, did Thibs deserve to be fired? 56% of the chat says yes, he does. We have a lot of New Yorkers in this chat. They were smoking the Thibs pack as well. So that brings us to the next point. Who's available that would be a good fit for the Knicks as head coach? You talk about Mike Malone as a potential option.
He should have gave us some options.
Yeah.
Mike Brown, Taylor Jenkins.
That's the guy from Memphis, right?
Taylor Jenkins?
Yeah. He's good. He did good with Memphis. I feel like New York got the perfect New York type team too.
Memphis ran like a three little guard offense. Yeah. Right, 3 little guard offense.
When they was good, like Memphis. Well, he made each team good. Think about Jaren Jackson.
Also have
God wasn't there yet. Still was in.
Mike Budenholzer.
Nah, you might as well keep the guy you just fired.
Been down.
Damn. Mark
Jackson.
Mark Jackson.
I will niggas just out there yelling out shit, right?
Bible study might be needed.
Don't
The
get
team
a
needs
job,
prayer,
bro.
See,
Why Mark don't get a job though? Realistically, why don't he no more? He feel like he got. Like,
want
think
one?
about
I
it.
don't know.
What he did with.
We did have Mark Jackson here in the arena. He said that he would be interested in getting another head coaching job.
I guess New York is at a place where they can't try out a coach who don't have no experience.
Go get
right.
Pat.
So even if you try Sam Cassell, we don't know what his offense is going to look like. He hasn't been able to show who he is yet.
Go get
So
Pat.
he needs one of them younger jobs so you can see his offense, you can see his defense. You know what I mean? See what his signature is. So
Ain't Patrick Ewing coaching somewhere? Go get Pat.
Also have Darvin Ham, who has coaching
Get one of
experience with
them
the
old
Lakers.
New York motherfuckers. Bring everybody back.
Coach by committee, just get the whole celebrity
All
run.
right.
Swaggy P said, fuck it, bring everybody back.
Let Ben Stiller get a game too. Might as well.
Shit.
Chalamet.
Spike Lee out that motherfucker.
I was about to say the same thing. Might as well go ahead and try out Spike, goddammit. Y'all trying anything at this
You've
point.
been here the longest.
I'm cool.
But seriously, Mike Malone got roots in New York, born in Astoria.
Who's worse, Cowboys or the Knicks right now?
As far as what?
And just making it back to, because it's been a long time for them too. 25 years is a long damn time.
Eastern Conference Finals?
Just making it for finals. Like, they ain't won shit in.
Man, I mean,
like,
there's
every
teams
year
that
they
ain't won yet.
Oh, like, yeah,
You know what I mean? They ain't won a motherfucking thing. Ain't sniffed nothing.
Same boat.
So that,
My Sixers in the same boat. We ain't win shit, and we didn't even sniff a conference final since 2001.
I guess
they
for
made
New
them
York, because they're a
24
prominent
years
team.
ago.
Right, so that's all that is.
big market. That's
Also
what I'm talking
have
about.
Eddie Franklin as a potential option as well.
Who?
Whoopi Goldberg's character in the movie.
Oh,
Saw some success coaching the Knicks squad. It's hard
Man,
out
they
here
might
for
as well
the
just
Knicks.
Doc Rivers.
Like let's just
Doc.
get a content creator. Fuck it at this point. You know what I mean? Just go for
Start
the
a hype
views.
house.
Just go for the views, man.
That's how they had it.